Hello friends, my name is Shivam from DevOps Schools and I will help you to enable your learning process in various technologies of DevOps, artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data and many more. This is our initiative to help you by sharing multiple tutorials and videos. And if you want any specific tutorials on any particular topic, then please do comment in the below comment section and I will help you with it. Also, please subscribe to our premium services on YouTube, which will give you access to more content and videos to enhance your knowledge about all these topics. Also, if you want me to help you with regards to the online trainings and classroom sessions by our qualified trainers, then please do write me at contact@devopsschool.com. Thank you.
So whenever the payment application wants to talk to the user application, well, it has to go through the client, which is a proxy. And the client will identify where to redirect this request from by talking to the server, getting the information that where the user application is running, and then finally directing the traffic via this proxy to this user, right? And then similarly, user will return back the communication. Okay. Now this communication happens like this. By having this proxy here, this client, right? Client sits in the front of the application communication. The client can also enforce a TLS encryption on all the communication. Right? So doesn't matter if payment application talks over HTTP or any other protocol, it will be converted into a secure communication, HTTPS or something. Okay, so this is how your service mesh works, and this is how your service discovery works. Make sense? Or it is confusing? It was very confusing for me in the beginning. How about you guys?
Okay, so maybe we could say you went through. So you're saying that it's communicating from like from the payment to another data center, and then it's communicating to the user. So I guess with this diagram, what is it that you want us to take from this?
Well, if these components, the servers and the clients,
Hmm.
if they did not exist, then how would payment application have a secure communication with user application?
Right.
Right? Because the payment application
Mhm.
itself does not know where the user application run.
Okay.
Right? Where is the user application running? So payment application does not know that. And payment application does not have, let's say for our example, any capability to run TLS based communication. It's all HTTP plain text communication,
Right.
right? So with these components, if you imagine these components are not there, then these payment and user application are just running, knowing nothing about each other.
Okay.
But with this architecture, because of this intermediary thing, well, the payment application now knows where the user application is, and also it can communicate via TLS.
Okay.
Does it make it any better?
Yeah. That clarifies. Uh, like, it clarifies. It enables using like two microservices to payment and the user to communicate with one another, and because without it, like they're just isolated, like
Exactly.
isolated. Okay, yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. Okay. So now let's set this thing up, right? So we are going to. So when I say this is a data center, right? Data center. Well, this data center is not the traditional data center, which I say. So this data center is, in console terms, it's a set of servers and clients. So this data center is a closed set of servers and clients. This data center is another set of servers and clients. These may be running in the same physical data centers, but you can call it as console data centers. So they are running maybe in the same physical data centers, but they're different clusters. So here Consul does not like to call them clusters. They call it a data center. Okay, so how do we install it? We only have like 14 minutes to do this. Okay, so as you can see, there are many servers involved here. So what I'm going to do is to install Consul. I'm going to set up one server and one client, and we will install Consul there, and we will see how this communication can happen. All right, that's our only setup part that we are going to do today, and then in the next session we will go much into details. So how do we install Consul? But first let's set up our servers, right? So I'm going to go to my EC2. And create 2 instances. All right, I'll go with the free T2 micro instances. I'll say create 2 instances, please. And I would like to open all traffic. So I'll say this is console server. What happened here? Console server. Come on. Yeah, and this is a console, let's say client. Okay, so let's connect to both these machines. Hopefully they are fully up. Yes, they are. So this is our, for example, server. And this is our client. Okay, now how do you install console on the server and client? Console installation. The console install, I'll say. So yeah, let's follow the documentation here. We can install from precompiled binary, or we can download source code and build it, or we can install on Kubernetes via Helm charts. Right, so let's install from source from precompiled binary. By the way, did we talk about Helm charts when we talked about Kubernetes?
Yes.
Okay, all right, just wanted to check. All right, so we want to install console. Let's go to Linux, and our operating system is Ubuntu, so we just have to run these 3 commands. Right, so download the GPG key for this repository which we are going to add, and then just say apt install console.
Hey viewers, our Master in DevOps engineering program can help you to hone the skills necessary to succeed in high-level DevOps positions. So, what are you waiting for? Enroll now and earn certification that show you are keeping pace with today's technical roles and requirements. Contact info is mentioned in the video sidebars and in the description box. Book your seats for the upcoming batches now.
That should be enough. All right, I'm going to copy these commands here and dump them on my master. All right, while this is happening on my client as well, I'll just dump these commands. So on the server, you can see that console has been installed. If I just say console v or -v, it should give me that the version of console. So it says 1.10 is installed. Okay. All right. So console is installed now. If I just say console here, I will get a lot of command outputs which I am possible to run. So check the SS control list, run a console agent, key value pair, and monitoring and TLS. Everything is here, right? Services, find out services. Okay, so we are going to see a lot of them one by one. The first thing that we are going to do is set up our server. Okay, so this is going to be our server. Now we don't want to set up the server in production mode, right? So okay, let me speak about that. When you set up this server, right, you can set it up in two modes, either production mode or in developer mode. With developer mode, you have a lot of freedom or very less restrictions on this server, so you can see a lot of details and you can work with a lot of things here, right? And that's what we are going to do. I will also show you how you can set up a server in production mode. But when you do this, it comes with its own security policies and restrictions, because it is to be done in production mode, so you have to have those restrictions enabled. But because we are doing POC and we are doing a demonstration of all the capabilities, we will run it in a more open and relaxed environment, which is called as dev mode. Okay, so let's set up a server in developer mode. Let's do that. How we are going to do it? Where is our lab? Here, right? Let me maximize it. And I'm going to say console agent. Console agent is the command to set up our server. Okay, if I say -h, it is going to give us all the parameters that I can pass to this command. All right, so we want to run this in developer mode. So here you can see there is one argument. It says starts the agent in development mode. Okay, so we are going to do that. And yeah, console agent -dev. All right, I press enter and it starts running here. Right, you can see here somewhere console agent server. Yeah, so agent server has successfully established leadership. So this server is now started. So this started the agent and then it started it in a server mode.
Hey viewers, trying to get into DevSecOps? Enroll for our DevSecOps certified professional programs and earn the certification that shows you are fit for these technical roles and requirements. Contact info is mentioned in the video sidebars and in the description box. Book your seats for the upcoming batches now.
Okay, now let's open another session, because here our terminal is occupied by this program, right? So on the same machine, on 131 machine, I have opened another session here. Okay, and I say netstat. Okay, netstat is not installed, so I'll just install netstat here by running this command. Should not take much time. Now netstat is a command to see the statistics of your network. Okay, if you say netstat, it will give you which are the applications running, which are the ports connected, and all that stuff, right? So what I'm going to do is I will say netstat -ndlp. This command shows me what are the applications running on which port, right? So you can see here that if I maybe make it a bigger screen, you can see here that a lot of console application instances are running and they are occupying these ports: 8500, 8302, 8301, 8300. Many ports here.
On console, did you run? What did you run? Did you run console tac dev to start the console agent?
No, I ran console agent. Console agent hyphen dev.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, and then you can see here it opens all the applications, and you can access this application. For example, if you just say curl localhost 8500, then you will get some output, right? It says moved permanently because it's a redirection, so it will redirect to somewhere else. But the problem is that it is only listening on this particular port here. So you can only access this application from within this app, this server. But that's not our use case, right? We want to access from outside of this machine as well. We want this application to be exposed to outside machines also. So there is a limitation when you start the agent like this. It only listens to this local address. You see this local host. So I'm going to stop this agent which is running. I'll just press Control C and this agent is stopped. I will start the agent again, but this time I'm going to say run in the client 0.0.0.0. So this is the IP address on which it should listen to. That means it should listen on all the IP addresses. Okay, so if I press enter here, the server will start again. And if I go to another terminal here and I run the netstat -ntlp command, now you can see that 8500 is listening on all the ports here. Okay, and if I go to my browser here, open the server IP address and try to browse on 8500, and what do I see? The console UI. And you can see here there is one console instance running on this UI, on this cluster. You can see it also gave itself a name, DC1, data center 1. Data center means a cluster in console's case. I can click on this instance and I can see more details about it, right? It's running on this IP address uh, uh, and port 8300 also. Here, this is where the service console service is running and it is doing some health check on its own and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so this is how you can set up console. So this is just one server. Now, if you want to set up a client, what do? Well, it's pretty simple. To work with a client, well, you need to join the client to this data center, join another agent to this data center, right? So this is a data center which is initialized by this client run here, and we are going to join this agent or this machine to the data center. So what I can do here, console agent, then I have to say join. I want to join an existing data center and IP address of my server.
Hey viewers, are you looking for formal training on SRE practices? Take our SRE program. This course will teach you how to successfully implement site reliability engineering in the modern day 24/7 services. Kickstart your SRE training today. Contact info is mentioned in the video sidebars and in the description box. Book your seats for the upcoming batches now.
Right, IP address of my server here. So I'm going to go to my this machine and say IP/DSH, find out my server IP address, and this is IP address, right? IP address of my server, and I'll say now that's it. Yeah, I'll just say that's it. Press enter. I'll get some error. It says data dir not empty. So actually, when you run a console agent, in a client mode, you have to specify a data directory where it can store its data, right? Some data which it syncs from the data center and all that. So you have to specify a data directory. I'll just say hyphen data dir, and I'll say /tmp/console. Okay, press enter and it runs, right? But it says, what does it say? Failed to join, connection refused. Why is connection refused? So it's trying to connect to 172.132.131, but it says connection refused.
We have the port 8500, right?
It should automatically work on the default ports. What does it say? What's the error it get? Connection refused.
The connection is refused. The port isn't open.
8301. Yeah, connection is refused on port 8301 here. Yeah, you're right. Okay. So 8301 is on localhost itself, right? So let's see what we can do here. Let's stop the server and console agent -h. Let's say advertise. Okay, we'll use this. We used client here. Yeah, but let's say advertise also. And IP address. All right, servers has started, hopefully. We get an error here. Why do we get connection refused? Why are not all the other ports opening up? Yeah, you see this is also only running on localhost. Okay, so I need to debug this, right? This error has come on a good time when we are about to end the session. So ideally, this should work, right? This opens all the ports to run on all our, or to accept connection on all the IP addresses. But looks like this starts our server, but our connection IP address, which is 8301, is still running on this local host port. Okay, so I need to check on this. Yeah. Okay, so I will check on this, and in the next session, by the next session comes, we will be able to solve this, and then we will see how we can, enable this communication, and then how do we set up the services and all that. Okay, so sorry about this. This should have worked, but I need to debug more here. Maybe they changed something in the latest version of Consul. It's a highly actively developed product. All right, let me refer to the documentation on this. Okay, so that's all for today. And in the next session, maybe on Thursday, we will continue this discussion.
I mean, I was just wondering, is Nomad because Consul, it usually used to come with a Nomad. Is Nomad even used anymore, or is it, or it just isn't like relevant in industry? Because
So Nomad is orchestrator.
Okay.
It's similar to Kubernetes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's workload orchestration. So like, pods and stuff, Docker Swarm,
Oh, okay.
Kubernetes.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so it's much different. Yeah, but it's an alternative to Kubernetes, and also you can supplement it with Kubernetes as well. Yeah. So, but yeah, when you talk about Nomad, you have to talk about Kubernetes. Okay. So guys, thank you.
Thanks for watching. Want to study further? Join our training programs today.